Everyone, welcome to another weekly swing analysis on NQ. This is August 20th, and we are looking into the week of August 22nd. Let's dive into the charts, and I'm gonna start with the hourly this time and talk to you how I traded this last week, and then look at the overall trend lines and the support and resistance areas, or the demand and supply areas. I've already done some trend lines from the last week video, so if you haven't watched my last week video, do go into my channel and watch the August 15th video. But my main support was 580 and I was targeting 13,700. As I said, these are not definitive lines, they are more of areas. So going into Sunday, when the market opens, that is the 14th, I saw that it was trying to break this area of 580. So I pretty much was watching that, and as I saw that it was not really selling off, I put a limit order of around 580. It never got filled in the night, and in the morning time, so around 5 a.m., that's when I I'm in the Pacific West Coast time, and that's when it got filled, and my stop was right at the bottom here, right here. So that was around 80 point stop. It got filled, and I just didn't do much for that Monday morning, and right around here, that was my target. So Monday I reached my target of 13,700, and I didn't take any other trade. I just left it as it is. I was watching the daily charts, and we'll get into that, and I didn't trade anything else in Tuesday, but I was aware of this whole range on the hourly charts in Tuesday, and that tells me there was a very strong rejection on the hourly chart. So how did I trade this? And to really look into that, as I have mentioned many times in my video, if a support is broken, then it becomes a resistance. I was going into the week of August 15th thinking 13,700 will be broken, and on the touch from the top, I will take a long, going into the 14,000 areas. But that did not happen. So price action rules and trumps over any predictions. So let me dive into the daily charts to show you what I did there. On Tuesday, I didn't trade at all, and as you can see, it was a red doji, and that confirmed with me that we are going to be in this range at all for all the time. Now, can I take a short here? Yeah, I could have done, looking at historical trend. Hey, you should have taken a short here. But when I'm looking at Tuesday, I see a big wick of rejection here. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe this is just algos trying to stop hunt here if anyone has shorted, and then they'll go over 13,700. So I did not take any short on Wednesday. The Wednesday daily chart really broke the trend line, I would say, or really the support of 13,580. Now I do scalp here and there MNQ based on the daily charts, but here we are looking more on the swing side. So I'm gonna focus on the swing trades that I took. And as this confirmed that there was a break of the 13,580, that was my goal to trade on the Thursday chart. And on Thursday, I was bidding for 13,580, and I did not get a fill. And I need to dive here again to the hourly to have a closer look of what we did on what I did on Thursday. So I saw that there was a strong rejection here at 13,575 if I'm correct. So yes, that was 570 581. So I was just waiting to see during Thursday's regular trading hour in New York trading NYSE, if a NASDAQ hours, to see if it breaks that area, and it did not break. And what I did is that I bidded 13,570, and that got filled towards the lunchtime in Pacific time on Thursday. And my definitive target was take some almost 60% of the profit down here at 13,410, which I did. And as you can see, that was the area where it had tough time to break through, and it stayed in the hourly there quite a bit of time. So I took 60% of my swing trade out here, and then I left some runners, and the runners were directly to where my trend lines were drawn. And I took like almost all, left 5% of my swing shorts here to see what happens. Now that's how I traded the week. Again, prediction was I was bullish. Prediction was to go over 13,700. That never happened. And price action rules. And so far I am in that short with few left in my shorts. Now, how do we trade going into next week? If we go into the weekly, and I do some trend lines beforehand, so these are some trend lines that I've drawn. It is right at that support area of the trend line, and also another trend line on the weekly. So two trend lines are merging here. Now if we look at the calendar going into 22nd, I don't see much happening in the calendar in economic events. Given that we are selling off, I would like to see if we continue that sell-off. When we are going up, it is like a slow grind, but when we sell off, we are coming down in a free falling elevator. So we will see multiple support areas if it's a real sell-off just being eaten away by the bears. So you have to trade from level to level, and on each level, doesn't matter how many points you lose or not, doesn't matter, but at each level you just pretty much take 60 to 70% of your profit and leave runners. That's how I trade, and that's my trading plan. So you can look more into my trading plan in the description of my channel. So this has been a strong selling week, and we can see that in this week 13,700 still holds. I'm definitely surprised that bulls could not break that. Now 13,279 or 13,280 to 13,300 range is definitely a good support. But looking at where the other weekly support was, those are the lines that I have drawn. And let's dive into the daily to be a little bit clear on those support lines. So as I said, that's a strong area here, but I could not find any previous support areas there. So that's why I found the next support area, which was right at 13,000. Now why 13,100? I will talk about that a little bit soon about that. So 13,000 is what I'm looking. So let's say 13,000 all the way to this area of 12,813 is the area where there would be a lot of support. So I'll still continue on my short, and I'll even try to short here again. So that's this area 13,420. So 13,400 to 13,450 areas, that's what I'm going to try to short again. Now, why I'm targeting 13,100? Let's quickly look at without the extended hours, what is there. So when I look at the extended hours, I see a gap here, and usually market likes to fill these gaps. So that's one of the reasons why I think 13,100 is very well possible. So yes, if we go and retest 13,420, 450 area, I'm going to add to my short, again targeting for that gap fill of 13,100. You can see that was also a strong rejection area on this daily chart. So when without the extended hours, so if I'm expecting quite a bit of support here and quite a bit of demand here, so there will be some pending orders at this level to have a bounce back. Will I take exactly my profit at 13,100? No. What I'll do is that around 13,150 or so, start trailing by 10 to 20 points. It's never an exact science. You never, I would always miss like maybe 40 to 50 points, even sometimes 100 points. But I'm okay with that. It is keeping your trading consistent and trade from level to level, and take your profit at the first level, and leave some runners. That's the game of trading, and your account will be really thankful to you when you do that. I want to bring that up here is that as of now on the daily chart, we were overbought, and we are heading towards being towards the oversold area. So I am in a short time frame definitely bearish, but the bulls are still under control if we hold these trend lines. So to see that over a bigger picture, let's go to the weekly, and I want to clear everything up here so that we can look at the charts with a little bit more clarity. So the bulls are still in control if we are still here above this one, and you can see this was the channel that let me draw a channel here. Right, so this is the channel that they broke out. They are retesting the channel from the top, and they will dip a little bit better and do some more stop hunting here kind of thing, and then I think it still goes up. But if they break this channel and break these 13,000 to 12,950 area by 50-60 points and come and retest from the top, I will retest from the bottom, then I will definitely try to add to my short again. On the weekly basis, we are definitely overbought, so price action prevails, and I will change my bias after every trade I take. So after every trade I take and every supporter level is broken, I'll reset my bias of being long or bearish, and then trade accordingly. So this is a very simple video going into next week, and I am holding my shorts and taking a lot of profit at as I go to the shorts. I'm expecting if it is bears are in control, they would go through multiple support areas very fast, but that's the reason why I am not doing a counter trend, and I'm still in my short. But as you can see, this channel needs to be really broken, and so far bulls are in control on the bigger picture. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profits large. Thank you.